Cloudcast Media. Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. Listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. Always good to have this group in the studio, the Jackie Robinson Family YMCA, joined by its executive director, Anna Arancibia. How you doing, Anna?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, joined by my celebrity co-host, Jamie Moraga. She is the founder and CEO of Franklin Revere, a longtime community leader. This is the first of going to be many celebrity co-hosting jobs for Jamie, if you'll come back.
Oh my gosh, I am always willing to come back.
Very, very good. Yeah. Why don't we get started off? You got a question for Anna?
I do. So I've been aware of Jackie Robinson YMCA for decades. But for any listeners that are out there, can you tell us more about your why and your mission?
Sure. Well, RY serves, Jackie Robinson Family YMCA serves the southeastern San Diego portion of San Diego. We've been serving Southeast San Diego since 1943. And we originally, we've been serving since 1943. We tore down our old facility in March of 2016. And now in October of 2017, we opened up a brand new 2-story facility. And we've been able to serve thousands of families in Southeast San Diego in that brand new facility. And that was actually all done through the hard work of Michael Brunker, the former executive director of the YMCA, and all of our donors and everybody there. So I've been at Jackie Robinson for 21 years. So I was also incorporated in that. So I've seen the old facility to the new facility, and it's been amazing.
Now, do you have children?
I do.
Did they go through Jackie?
Yes, they did. They learned how to play basketball, learned how to swim.
Nice.
My daughter is 18. She's a freshman at University of Oregon.
Wow,
so
that's amazing.
Yeah. So my son's 13. He plays basketball actually at the Y too. He's part of we have a club team now there called the Monarchs. So it's named after Jackie Robinson's Negro League team. So
absolutely.
So it's been really, really cool.
Yeah. What school does he go to?
He goes to Bonita Vista Middle School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
And then the Bonita Vista High after it?
And my daughter went to Bonita Vista High too. So it's so funny. But I went to Eastlake High, so we were the rivals at that time. So,
now, is your University of Oregon daughter, is she playing sports at all?
She was going to, and then she was like, you know what, Mom, I really want a normal college life. So, but she's been attending all the University of Oregon football games, basketball games.
I went to school at University of Oregon for a bit.
Oh, you did?
So, yeah. This is before they got good. And then and Phil Knight put in $40 billion into every year. It's a great campus.
It's a beautiful campus.
Is she enjoying it?
Yeah, she's initially it was really hard for her because she got homesick. She's from San Diego too, and
did the rain get her?
And the rain got her. Those first 2 quarters were really hard, but now she's really enjoying it, and she's actually here for spring break. So, but she's like, "Why isn't it sunny here?"
I know
right now. So, but
it rained 33 inches in November when I was there. This is like 33 inches in November.
What?
This is about 16 zillion years ago. But it's a great campus. That's terrific. Jamie, what other questions do you have for Anna?
What makes your Y a place where families can feel seen and heard?
We're just a special place. I don't know if you ever walk in through our doors. It's just a space where our staff, a lot of our staff come from the community. There is a lot of pride in our facility. Everybody that walks through the door, they're greeted. There's no judgment there. Everybody's included. And so I think we're just a different facility in that sense that everybody feels welcome, seen, and heard. And it's really, really important for me, for my staff, so that, because, when you walk into, it's a Y, right? It's a gym. And a lot of folks, when it's their first step into wellness or into health. So you want to make sure that they feel like they're comfortable when they walk through the doors. So yeah, I mean, that's what I think makes us different, in that we make sure that everybody feels like they can, do whatever they want in the facility.
What relationship do you have with the surrounding schools, Lincoln and Memorial and all the elementary schools?
Well, I mean, we have really strong partnerships with all the schools in that area. We actually have Lincoln High School right now there. They don't have a track and field facility, so they actually train on our field right now on Mondays and Wednesdays. So we have track players there. But with the schools, we also received funding for swim lessons. So we were able to provide free swim lessons to all the schools in our surrounding areas. So we've been able to provide free swim lessons to Knox Middle School, MTM, Millennial Tech, to Balboa, Emerson, Porter Elementary. We're going to be serving Encanto Elementary as well. So we because of that funding, we're able to provide free swim lessons, swimsuits if kids need it, towels, and then we pay for the transportation too for them to be able to come. So we have some really great donors and partners that have been able to do that, and we're just excited to be able to introduce swim to students in our area, because we live right by the beach, but a lot of our kids don't know how to swim.
Yeah, and some have never been to the beach, never been to the mountains, never been to a Padre game. And that's never lost on us here on Spotlight on the Community Show, is that when people take for granted that every kid has had these opportunities to do these things, that's just not the case at all. So you've been 20 plus years at Jackie Robinson Family Y. Did you ever work with my good friend Wendell Bass?
I actually just saw him I see him. He participates in our Monday meetings.
Right.
So we have Monday meetings for families that had been impacted by the floods in January 2024. So he actually participates in those meetings, and he was a board member a long time ago, and he's like such a light in the room. He's such an amazing person.
Yeah. So Jamie, Wendell Bass and I worked together at San Diego Unified a long time ago.
Oh, wow.
And so Wendell and his bride Angela we're all good friends, and Charles knows him well. Charles Parisi, my business partner, the founder and CEO of Cloudcast Media. So they're frequent guests on here. So next time I see Wendell, I'm going to make sure that I said, hey, we had Anna on the show.
And his daughter also participates too.
Is that right?
Yeah. So they're. How
about his son? Does his son do it too?
But no, her daughter. I know Joanna better than I do the son. But I mean, he's just such a positive person. Every single time I see him, he's just so he's encouraging. If you feel like you're low, he just brings out the light in you as well. So he's an amazing person.
Which is the whole thing about the Jackie Robinson, Family YMCA. Let me ask you this, Jamie. So you got a youngish son, right?
Yes.
Do you guys go to the Y at all?
I don't know if we've gone to the Y in our neighborhood. I think there's a boys and girls club in our neighborhood. So I don't think so.
And they play all well in the sandbox.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we do. Actually, we work closely with the Boys and Girls Club too. I have the director for the Encanto Club is actually on my Rotary, so we work closely together.
Right. What other questions do you have?
Yeah, well, kind of springboarding off of the young son.
Yeah.
There's summer approaching and summer camps. You touched on swim lessons, but what other programs and camps are you offering the summer?
Yeah,
at the Y?
we have. Well, we're going to be we're offering currently spring camp. So we offer day camp anytime school is out. We have day camp going on, and we also have youth sports going on as well. So we offer basketball, baseball. We offer soccer. During the summertime, too, we offer a free baseball program. It's a partnership with the Padres, and it's really great. Ferrari Funches, she's our sports director. We've had a long relationship with the Padres where basically it's a free baseball program. They get everything that they need for baseball, and it runs a season, and we run it every summer. So I think we've been doing it for the last 12 years now. So that will be coming up as well. And then swim lessons, of course. And then the thing about day camp that we do offer is that we also accept third-party payments. So if a family has a third-party payment or a third-party vendor, which is basically their childcare, we accept those payments. So families can come to day camp for free because they don't really know about that. So we accept those payments. So that is something that I'd like to share with people because a lot of folks don't know that. They don't have to just go to like the daycare provider that they've always known. They can actually experience day camp.
We're chatting with Anna Arancibia. She is the executive director of the Jackie Robinson Family Y. I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media, listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest-running community podcast, now in our 19th year, brought to you by the wonderful folks at Mission Fed Credit Union, more than 60 years doing great things in our community, whether it's youth sports, whether it's financial literacy, whether it's food insecurity. They are always there, shoulder to shoulder with so many of the people that are in need. Joined by my just phenomenal celebrity co-host, Jamie Moraga, founder and CEO of Franklin Revere. You just talked a little bit about it, but something you're so proud of is the response that the Jackie Robinson Family Y had to that just absolutely catastrophic flood. Talk about that.
Yeah. So actually we were impacted. So on January 22nd, 2024, we had a historic raining. It was crazy. I've never seen it like that before. Behind our Y, we actually have a creek behind our Y. And, we've always noticed that it gets, pretty full when it rains.
Right.
But this time it flooded our entire baseball field about 1.5 feet. So, we saw cars going down the creek, which was crazy because I've never seen that. So 2 different cars, and there was actually a car that was stuck behind our creek. So initially what the Y did is that we knew that people were going to be impacted because on Instagram too, we saw that families had, their homes were flooded about 5-6 feet. So we had known that there was a lot of families going to be impacted. So they had opened up at Lincoln High School, a center there, response center, but we said, they didn't have showers. So we said we would open up the Y. Initially, it was just for showers to say, you can come take a shower here if you need it. And then there was other community-based organizations like the Harvey Family Foundation, Pillars of the Community. We actually partnered together because there was initially no response from anybody because everybody was just like, wow, this is happening. So we ended up opening up our facilities, I want to say within a couple of days.
Huge.
And we started receiving donations. We had clothing donations, diaper donations, food distributions. We had partnered with philanthropy as well. So we were able to house people within 24 hours too in hotels for 2 weeks. So due to the philanthropy, but it was really, truly this incredible partnership of different community-based organizations coming together to be able to serve families that, would have been neglected because there was nobody helping out at that point. So we realized all we had was each other, right? And that the community literally came together and we were able to open up this resource hub at the Y. And we were able to provide sand as well, which was because there was another storm that was going to come through. So it was really, really incredible that our Y was able to be that hub. And we were so fortunate that we were up 6 feet too. So when the Y was built, it was supposed to be at ground level, but they had raised it 6 feet because FEMA has said that our creek or the berm for the creek was not authorized. So the workaround was to get it authorized was going to take another 2 years. So the workaround was to bring in, I don't know how many tons of dirt to raise the facility up 6 feet. And it was really a blessing in disguise that we were able to do that.
Yeah, when we come back from break, I want to continue on that. Why the folks at the Jackie Robinson Family Y, you being a leader, of course, and then you're too humble to take credit for it, of course. But, that you folks had the chops to do this. It's one thing to be there, but it's one thing, do we know what we're doing? Because you guys coalesced in the nanosecond to do that, and all of a sudden changed people's lives overnight. That wouldn't have had that. So shout out to you on this. Want to talk about, I know Jamie's got a whole bunch of questions for you. What are some of the challenges moving forward? And then always, what can our Spotlight on the Community listeners do to continue to support your efforts? When you return with Anna Arancibia. She is the executive director of Jackie Robinson Family Y. She's on another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We will be right back.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. We are joined by Anna Arancibia. She is the executive director of the Jackie Robinson Family YMCA, joined by my celebrity co-host, Jamie Moraga, founder and CEO of Franklin Revere and a longtime community leader. Before I turn it over to Jamie, I do want to ask this. Do you guys do any esports at Jackie Robinson Family Y?
Not yet. We're actually in the budget development process right now for the next fiscal year. And that was actually brought up yesterday for our teen center that maybe we would be considering like esports, but we do not yet here. Mission Valley does. Mission Valley Y does.
Yeah, well, we're going to help you out. I'm involved with the Classroom of the Future Foundation. And so we're housed at the Linda Vista Innovation Center, and there's a whole esports lab right there. And so
I hear it's like a big.
Well, they're given letters on it now. People are getting scholarships and so forth. It is a very, very big deal. Jamie?
Yeah, what significant challenges do the people that you serve, what do they face, and how do you help them overcome some of those challenges?
Everything right now, everything is so expensive in San Diego. I mean, the cost of rent, the cost of food, groceries, everything is just really expensive. So we actually just completed our fundraising campaign. We raised $338,000.
Congratulations.
And thank you. Yeah. And it was in a 5-week span. And what we do with those dollars and any kind of fundraising that we do is that we give it back to the community so that we make sure that cost is not a barrier for people to be able to come to the Y. So no one's turned away due to inability to pay. So we know that it's really hard out there. And sometimes, you just want to go to a space where you can just be with your family and be affordable. So that's what the Y does. I mean, parents, they can work out and then their kids can participate in sports or in swim lessons or do whatever, but it's actually really a place where families can come together and relax and just enjoy and do a lot there. So, and we have so many other resources that we're able to offer as well.
One of the things that is a common refrain on our spotlight shows, and especially in the last 5 to 10 years, you cannot go through one without talking about mental health. This world, this country has never been in such a mental health crisis as it is right now. Many different reasons for that, of course. But here you guys are a safe haven for many different reasons. Okay, you're a healthy haven. But healthy is just as much important on the mental side as not. Talk about how important that is.
Yeah, I mean, we think it's so important because we actually have a therapist on site full time at our Y2 that helps to support our higher program, which is it's a program that's a career development program that supports Black youth ages 16 to 24, and then it also helps support our teen center as well. So our teens that are coming through our teen center. So we realize that mental health is huge, but also it's not just about therapy, but it's about the adult adults that are working with young people as well. So the coaches that are working with our young people and, coaching, because, with young people, like seeing an adult or seeing a trusted person that they can go to, that is even more important than necessarily like going to therapy, right? Like having somebody that you feel safe with, that you feel like there's trust there, that's really big and important. So I think that's why it's really important to have like trusted coaches, trusted staff, trusted folks that, make kids feel seen, heard, and safe.
Well, I mean, and this, Jamie, obviously with a young child as well, and, the work you've done before. And, Jamie's very well connected to the military because of her dad, and she was on the president of the SDMAC board. And by the way, you did a great job.
Thank you.
I'll tell you that right now. But talk about that, Jamie, to you, as you see mental health issues, with the military, which you are so locked into.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that has been an issue for many years. And being able to find ways to address it and to improve it and to educate about it. But I think providing a safe haven, as your Y does, I think is an amazing amenity and place for people to go. And the fact that you have a mental health therapist there is, I'm amazed. That's just amazing that you do that. And I hope that helps, hearing this on the show, maybe they weren't aware of that. And now if they need it, they would know to come your way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like been really, really cool to have that. It's also a partnership with our social services side of the Y, so Youth and Family Services. They're able to support us with that, and we provide the space, but they're providing the therapist, and then also having, I think, the pool water is super. Like I always talk about how water is transformational. Water. There's something about when you enter a pool and like it seems like all of your worries, kind of your body relaxes, and that's why it was so important to open up the pool. It's been open. It's going to be open up 3 years now in June. So when we opened it up, it was like, water is transformational too. So that's why I'm always like advocating for like getting more swim lessons and getting kids into the water. When we had we had Morris High School, we provided them swim lessons, and then the Lincoln High School boys basketball team, we provided them swim lessons, and it's just so cool to see like teenagers in the water because they literally become little kids when they get into the water, and it's like all the stress that they had of the world just melts away. So when you see we had a 9th grader come in and he was like, he was looking all tough, and then he gets in the water and he's like, I'm a mermaid. It's just so cool. It's just so cool to see like kids being kids. And that's what I think what we can do at the Y is just allow children to be children.
Well, and then that even transforms to young adults being children and their parents being children and their grandparents being children, because the legacy of the Jackie Robinson Family Y, it's from, parents to grandparents to great-grandparents, maybe great-great-grandparents are in the mix on that as well. And when you have this, that, things may be a little goofy on the outside, but not when I go inside there, and it's so important. Anna, what can our listeners do to continue to support the great work you're doing?
If you haven't been to the Y, come and take a tour of the facility. I mean, we've done a really great job of making sure that we honor Jackie Robinson throughout the entire facility as well. So we honor his legacy there. It's a space. I'm telling you, when you see it, if you haven't been to the new Y, and there's actually quite a lot of people that haven't been to the new Y, they've only remember the old Y. It's a completely different place. So when they see it, they're like, "Wow, this is amazing!" And we're so blessed that we're able to be like this like pillar in the community, right? And this light in the community. But just come take a tour, and if you have ideas on how we can partner together as well, because we're really big on partnerships at our Y. We have a health and resource fair that we work with Dr. Aflalo as well. We have, we work with UCSD as well with the podcast. Everything that we do, all the programs that we provide, a lot of it is on partnerships. So we're always looking at different partnerships on how we can move the needle forward and how we can offer more experiences to our kids and families.
Well, I think it goes both ways, and we get those folks that UC San Diego or in other groups who have maybe not been down to Southeast San Diego ever. To hey, there is life south of I-8 and a very vibrant life, cool life south of I-8 and so forth. I know when I worked for San Diego Unified, I was fortunate enough to the schools that my division serviced was Lincoln and Morris and San Diego High and Memorial and Keeler and Gompers and your world. And it was just a blast doing it. And the vibrancy down there was great. And, you can't do enough to support it and bring them and bring people down there to see what's going on. Any other final comments, Anna?
No, I mean, it was just when you mentioned that, it's one of our board members actually at our victory, when we call it victory, our campaign, when we had our victory, he was like, our why is it's a vibe, our why is a vibe. And when you walk in through the doors, it's just that it's this amazing feeling that you feel like community, right? Yeah. And I've been really, ever since the last, few months, it's been really tough outside, right? So I've been really intentional about making sure that we build spaces for community and build spaces where kids and families just can come together and feel safe. And it's all out of love, right? Because you need to have love to build community. Yeah. So I just want to make sure that people know that they're always welcome to come to our Y and come check us out. And we're a vibe. So
you are a vibe. Well, Anna, Arancibia, what a joy to have you on, and we know we're going to have you back on. When you come back on, bring a family or two that has benefited from what you folks have done.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we could do that every single day and never hit the same day twice after 10 years on that. And as the executive director of the Jackie Robinson Family YMCA, I'm Drew Schlosberg. You've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest running community podcast. We're in our 19th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, just doing great things in San Diego for more than 6 decades. So thrilled to have as my celebrity co-host, Jamie Moraga, longtime community leader, and she is the founder and CEO of Franklin Revere. We hope you enjoyed the interview.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.